foul. That was absolutely ridiculous.
The Boston Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
Up on down. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Red Sox win the World Series.
I don't know. It's tough. Tom's up there, man.
Well, I've been a fan of Boston Celtics for, my whole life pretty much.
First Celtics game was back when I was like 7.
The Boston Celtics became legendary.
What is going on YouTube? It's boy Just made it here on YouTube and from Beantown Takes. We're back again with another video, and yes, another Celtics video. I know I've been bombarding you guys with Celtics content for the off season. Not much Red Sox, Bruins, Patriots, none of that. We'll get some of those guys videos eventually, but we really have to cover the Celtics because the Celtics have been the talk of the town since, obviously, as you guys know, if you haven't lived under a rock, the NBA championship. Yes, again, Banner 18 is home. I'm going to keep reminding you guys of that because this run was amazing. And by the way, look at this shirt that I'm repping right now. The We Want Boston shirt. The SpongeBob chicken meme. Yes, on the back here, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it has all the results from the fan bases chanting We Want Boston. Banner 18, are you sure you want Boston? That is now on the website. Link in the description down below. Go cop your merch right now. Had to put that plug out there. Today we're reacting to Tatum and Brown have exposed the NBA media. Obviously, you guys know there are a ton of Celtics haters on Twitter, Instagram, even YouTube. I've gotten plenty of them on this YouTube channel here. Knicks fans, Heat fans, Sixers fans, you name it. There's a ton of Celtics haters out there. And now, after this championship here, they all have just shut the fuck up. And I love that. I love this time right now. I'm just enjoying this entire aura. You know what I mean? Like, this aura right now, knowing, like, your team is an NBA champion and you're on top of the world right now, like, oh my god, like, it means a lot to me. It means a lot. It means a lot to Celtics fans that I know personally also. Like, this time right now, just gotta embrace it and just enjoy it. And that's what I've been doing. Just living life, man. And, like, I don't have to worry about free agency talk for the Celtics or anything like that, what they should do. Because, again, it was very simple. You just keep the same team assembled. And they did that already. They already done that. And now it's just kick back, relax, and just enjoy the summer. And enjoy the aura, because right now it's at its peak. Here in Boston, here in Massachusetts, here in New England. It's at an all-time high right now. Especially for me, where I'm a diehard Celtics fan. But we're reacting to this video here. I still gotta bring out some content for you guys. I will cover the Sox, the Patriots, and the Bruins, because the Bruins had an offseason also. The Celtics aren't the only ones that have had an offseason. The Bruins had an offseason also. And I'm in the middle of this offseason. Like, of course, Elias Lindholm, great pickup. The defenseman from Vancouver also, great pickup. I don't know the name off the top of my head, but I know for a fact he's one of the better defensemen that was on the free agency market. So, great pickup there. But we lost Jake DeBrusk. No. There's no more DeBrusk over Barzal. Like, that makes me so sad. I'm just trying to ignore that right now and just enjoy the Celtics, obviously, because if the Celtics didn't win the championship, this would be a gruesome summer for me where Jake DeBrusk is gone. Jake DeBrusk was my favorite Bruin right now. Obviously, as you can tell from the website where we had DeBrusk over Barzal merchandise and, like, the channel here, it was always DeBrusk over Barzal. That was the meme on this channel for the Bruins, and, like, god damn it, I hate that he's gone. So unfortunate. But we're gonna react to this video here. Enough of me speaking Japanese. Let's get into the video here. Leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoy these videos. Subscribe now if you guys new, you guys know what to do. Go check out our website. The link is in the description down below. Want to give a quick shout out to the person who made this video here. His name is Uncut Hoops. I'll leave his channel links in the description down below as well. And also I will leave the original video in the description down below as well. And without further ado, let's hop straight into this video.
3 straight games to start this series. So it's a game 7. They stand
this morning for a long time. You have to break up the duo of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
As bad as we all would like to see it work, they can't coexist.
It's not that they're missing that one piece. It's that there's something flawed about Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown as your set.
Several months later.
Oh, I love this edit. That's so good.
Tatum trying to turn the corner. Brown from deep.
Bang.
He buries it.
Bang, bang.
Drives it to the paint. Not going. Stolen by Holiday.
Fine.
I don't know, countless dribbles.
Jaylen Brown with the flush.
We did it.
We did it!
We did it!
You did. You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
The 2024 Boston Celtics are one of the best-built championship teams we've seen in recent history. They're well-rounded, have a great duo, pretty good depth, and added 2 bona fide stars in Porzingis and Drew Holiday. But at the same time, they're still kind of confusing, perplexing, and downright odd. And despite having so much firepower, so much depth, and so much talent, when it came to the NBA media, they were doubted, cast aside, and scoffed at numerous times during this year's postseason.
I'm not going to pause it that many times, but I have to pause it for this point right here. I can't believe 85% of you NBA fans predicted Dallas to win this series. 85% of you!
Congratulations, you played yourself.
What it came back on like the Las Vegas betting report, something like that. It was 85%, something like that. 85% of the country bet on the Dallas Mavericks to win the NBA Finals over the Celtics team.
You stupid.
Fools. You idiots.
I'm going with Dallas. I'm picking 6. I thought about 5. Mavericks in 6.
I'm going Mavs in 7.
Okay. Ooh.
I'm Mavs in 6 with you.
Free ceremony for the Mavericks is going to be in Boston.
So I like the Mavs. I said after...
I can't stand Nick Wright, by the way.
That I like the Mavs in 5.
Which team are you feeling could win a championship that you just don't see it? Overrated? Boston.
Who do you have winning the whole darn...
Shaq? And I like you, Shaq.
Mavs in 6.
Look, Boston fans are nervous right now.
Porzingis is healthy. They've got a lot of elements. I think I would take both Dallas and Minnesota against them.
Now, those figures right there, they're these so-called NBA experts who get paid the big bucks to give their takes and their predictions. And as you saw, the majority of them are just absolute clowns. So that's why I say Boston is kind of a perplexing champion and a polarizing champion. Because the media and fans alike get picked against them all finals long. And despite that, the Celtics
clearly doesn't know ball
and overcame numerous false scenarios.
They haven't been battle tested. I don't know if that's a good thing to get battle tested in the finals. I don't know if you want to get battle tested in the finals.
Has the Celtics road been too easy? Do you have any concerns that the Celtics haven't been tested?
It's been too easy. Well, they haven't been tested, and I do have concerns because through the playoff run, they have not faced a 50-win team.
Like, I know Jaylen Brown and I know Jason Tatum have played really well.
And I was seeing videos, which we might react to later on down the road. What about the Showtime Lakers? There was one playoff run that the Lakers had where they faced, it was like a 39-42 team in the first round, a 40-42 team in the second round, and then the third round was like 38 and something like that. Up to the NBA Finals, they played teams below 500. But they're calling this an easy... Okay.
The finals, when you look at the lineup of the teams they have had to go through, Luka and Kyrie have been tested getting out of the West and getting to this position.
Like, I don't think that they are ready for this difficulty jump.
A lot of the narratives of this Boston team, they really came out of sheer boredom. The biggest storyline for the Celtics team the past couple of weeks is who's the best player in the MVP of the Conference Finals as well as the NBA Finals. That's how dominant they've been. We're not debating Boston versus other teams, we're debating Boston versus Boston. And when it comes to the so-called weak run to the title, I think two things will be true at the same time. Yes, Boston's run to the finals, it was weak. But at the same time, that weak run doesn't take away that this squad was an all-time great team.
Right.
One of the best teams of the 21st century. I mean, look back at the 22 Celtics. Their road to the finals was 1,000 times harder.
Obviously.
When they lost in the finals, did they get brownie points for a tough road to the biggest stage? Of course not, because they lost in the finals in 6 games. And even looking at smaller narratives, more nitpicking narratives, saying Boston isn't clutch and going to choke by the title, I saw that all postseason long. But if you look at their clutch time games, a perfect 6-0.
Right.
Their plus minus, plus 4.3, the best in the NBA. Their net rating...
Where in years in the past, they would not show up in clutch situations. They just weren't. They would shy away from those big moments. This year, however, they pulled through. They pulled through in the biggest moments of each game. Last year's Celtics team plays down to competition, and obviously we know how that goes out. It goes to 7 games when it doesn't need to go to 7 games. And they're known as a laughing stock because they couldn't take care of business against a team that is not even close to talent-wise as them. But now, because the Celtics are the more talented team against Cleveland without Donovan Mitchell or Indiana without Tyrese Halliburton, now the issue is that they haven't been battled. Like, what do you want? Do you want them to dominate or do you want them to be battled? Like, what do you want? You can't have it both ways. What do you want as an analyst? Do you want them to be dominant or do you want them to be battled? Like, what do you want? That's what I don't get. What do you want?
Ridiculous 46.9, also the best.
And they're the first seed
so whether it's they weren't battle
in the NBA.
Not clutch,
so yes, they get awarded with the
whether
easiest pass to the finals.
They were all debunked and proven wrong, emphatically so. And speaking of that duo, Brown and Tatum, after last year's Game 7 versus the Heat, there were calls to break them up and end the era of the Jays.
Thought about this morning for a long time.
I mean,
you
at the
have to break
time,
up the duo of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. It's time to break it up for this reason.
It's not a lot of high-fiving. It's not a lot of chest bumping. When one is having success, the other one is not. And that's how it is. So as bad as we all would like to see
at the time, you kind of understood
they
it.
can't coexist.
It's not that they're missing that one piece. It's that there's something flawed about Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown as your centerpiece, most expensive pieces that is keeping you from getting there.
But the first thing I thought about when I saw that deal is, Lord have mercy.
And to give you guys some context of why talking heads believe that, Boston during 2021 with Tatum and Brown still both below 25 years old. They went 500 and lost in the first round. Like 2022, how they started that year.
Makes sense why that topic would be brought up. At that time, at
least. And despite Tatum being 23, Brown being 24, them not really reaching their prime or their peak. People are saying break them up, and they never work. And since that point, what have they done? Of course, how they finished 2022, they went 34-12, made
that Game
finals
7 lost last year, though.
2023 came back
against Miami at home. That was embarrassing, though. I will admit.
2024, they won the NBA championship. If you look at those 3 years right there, making the finals, getting 7 of the East Finals, and winning the NBA championship, the Tatum Brown duo the past 3 years have been the best duo success-wise in the entire NBA.
True.
If you would have broken these two players up before they both hit 26 years old, it would have been one of the biggest mistakes in league history, and look back on as a James Harden OKC type move.
True.
Where a team was reaching the pinnacle, reaching the mountaintop, and then blew it up when they were inches away. And like we saw this year, Jaylen, kind of the alpha dog, the tone setter for the entire Celtics team. And of course, on the defensive end, an absolute pit bull who can bully smaller players, but also hang with the fours and the small ball fives. And looking at Tatum's all-around offensive game, much improved from 2022. And when it comes to making the right play, being a willing passer,
at times,
comparing this year's finals to the 22 finals, it's night and day. And then defensively,
but all around offensively, he was freaking great. Because one of the biggest icks with Tatum's game, after the 2022 NBA Finals was he wasn't a playmaker. Or let me rephrase that. He wasn't as much of a playmaker. He wasn't as much of a playmaker that the Celtics needed. His mindset would be just scoring the ball, and that was it. That was their ick in 2022, and like this year, I mean, he scored the ball less than what we're accustomed to, but almost averaged a triple-double. It's pretty crazy.
I mean, he's guarding 4s and 5s, guarding pick-and-roll switches, doing everything defensively while on the glass, getting 10 boards per game.
Right.
If you're a Celtics fan nowadays, the Tatum and Brown duo, they're simply untouchable. And going forward, the scary thing like I said earlier, they're only going to get better going in their late 20s and early 30s. And looking at Jalen specifically, I think at this run, it was the ultimate vindication and the ultimate middle finger to the media and fans who doubted him, his contract, and his overall ability. As remember, really post-2019, this guy was put in trade rumors every single season.
Wouldn't give up Tatum for him. But everyone else, yes. Buy Jalen, buy Marcus, buy picks.
Rumors Kevin O'Connor also loves the Lillard idea, listing him as his top trade option for Jalen.
If I'm the Celtics, I would actually look into a sign and trade for Damian Lillard.
Yeah, because trading Jaylen Brown, who's a two-way star, for Damian Lillard, who is an offensive star, and that's it, is a good idea.
So when it comes to Jalen, he's one of the best NBA success stories, as he came in as a top 3 pick, but built himself up from a role player,
like I said, the only one that would have made sense, and if I was on the side of any of those trade rumors, I was going to say. I'm not saying I was for these trade ideas for Jaylen Brown, but I'm just saying if I was, the only one that made sense and was a decent idea was Kevin Durant. That's the only one to me that would have made sense, and I would have been like, yeah, understandable. But that's the only one where I would have been like, all right, maybe you have to think about that at least. But you can go back to the clips. I was at a Sox game one time last year or 2 years ago, and there was a Sox fan that was chanting, "We want KD." And I say, no, we want Jaylen Brown.
This guy behind me who keeps saying Kevin Durant, we want Durant. No, we want Jaylen Brown. That's what we want. We want Jaylen Brown. Stop it. I'll take Durant for the right price, but we want Brown. We want Jaylen Brown for the future.
I'm saying if any of those trades that was in rumors where you could have thought and been like, okay, I can understand that one in terms of logic, and trading Jaylen Brown for something in return is Kevin Durant. Their games are somewhat similar. At the time, you would understand it. Now, it's not even a question. It's definitely a hard no. I'm starting to ramble, but you get what I'm saying. That's the only one where you could have looked and been like, that kind of makes sense. A little bit.
NBA player,
but it's still a no.
An NBA champion. I mean, he's taken progressive steps every single season and gotten better to, at this point, was respected league-wide. And I can't help but draw parallels with this team to the 2018. As Tatum, Brown, Drew Holiday, Derek White, they all took step backs individually so the team collectively could win a title. And we're talking about who's the quote-unquote best player on Boston, the finals MVP, it really doesn't matter.
Right.
My overall point being, looking back at the 08 team, you don't debate who was better, KG, Pierce, or Ray.
It was a team effort.
What you debate is how good they were as a team.
Yes.
The same thing goes for the 24 Celtics.
Yep.
Now, one of the big-time differences from the 08 team and the 24 team, this team is primed to make an extended run into the 2020s.
True.
I was looking at Jalen, only 27, Tatum 26, White 29,
Damn, their average roster age
KP
is
28,
27. Oh
and
my
Drew
god.
32. I mean, assuming I work for the
They're around for a while.
The only older veteran they have is Drew Holiday. And the good thing for Drew is on this Boston team,
I want to see
the scored 20 points per game.
I want him to show the average of the 08 team. Like, I want to see the average age of the 2008 Celtics versus this year.
Second best offensive player.
Is he going to show it?
For the Celtics, at the most, he's their third best offensive player. Most nights the fourth, some nights fifth, even sixth. So going forward, Drew, despite being 34 years old, doesn't have the high usage rate that he had back with the Bucks.
Right.
So that right there is the end of the video and the conclusion of the 2024 season. And the last thing I'll say about the Celtics team, they're a legit team. Not one guy, not two guys, not three. They're a legit great team through and through.
Yes.
As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.
Leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed. You guys know if you guys new, you guys know what to do. Go check out our website. The link's in the description down below, which is where you can get this t-shirt right here. We want Boston SpongeBob Chicken Meme t-shirt on beantowntakes.com. Link in the description down below. Go cop your merch. These shirts are absolutely fire. I'm gonna be rocking these for a little bit because this is not the only video that I'm gonna be working on today, I should say, because today is August 4th that I'm recording this. So this isn't the only video that I'm gonna record today. So you'll see me wearing this in a few videos here. Thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy Jesse, and we'll see ya in the next one. Later, guys. Let's go Celtics, and screw the haters.